Michael Furlong was a former Pentagon official, senior civilian official, who worked in information operations, which are kind of psychological operations, propaganda, that type of thing, that the Pentagon increasingly started doing after the 9/11 attacks. The CIA used to be really into the propaganda business, but during budget cuts in the 90s and actually because of the internet, there were concerns inside the CIA about them doing this because American citizens are reading things on the internet. So if the CIA is not allowed to propagandize against the American public, so if you try to plant a story in a foreign newspaper and an American reads it online, well, that can be technically against the law. So anyway, the Pentagon was able to do some of this. So Furlong got into these operations, and as I describe in the book, he was able to sort of work with a number of different companies to build video games that the Pentagon was trying to distribute around the country, around the world, that were sort of pro-American themed video games. But one of the aspects of the operation was people would download them onto their cell phones, and the U.S. would be able to gather intelligence about the people who were downloading the games.
How?
And well, because they would go to websites, and the websites would be they'd set up websites where the games would be downloaded from, and they could monitor the websites, and they could track some information about the users. At a later,
I mean, it's amazing what you write. The game called Native Echo, every download would give the United States a window into the digital comings and goings of whomever was playing it, a cyber foothold that would allow American spies to potentially track and collect information on thousands of people.
Yeah, there were two things they were trying to do. They were trying to, on one hand, get some pro-American themes out, but at the same time, find out who's using these games, who's playing these games, and then store them into databases. And so that was something that especially Special Operations Command at the Pentagon really ramped up in around 2005 and 2006. At a later time, about a year later, Furlong was in Afghanistan, back and forth between Afghanistan and his job in the United States, and sort of running this really private spying operation that was going on primarily in Pakistan but also in Afghanistan. The commander at the time in Afghanistan, General McKiernan, was very angry that the CIA wasn't getting him any good intelligence about Pakistan. So Furlong, working with some others, basically hired their own people and were setting up intelligence networks in Pakistan, and those intelligence reports were then getting fed into classified Pentagon databases.